Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I'm having a fantastic and amazing day today, and this one we are going to work on expanding our mines a little bit. Before that happens, we have an earthquake just about ready to hit. Now, the last earthquake didn't really do a whole lot to us, so I'm wondering if this one's going to be kind of the same. So I wanted to bring you into the game here before the earthquake hit, just in case something disastrous happens, so we can see it together. While we are waiting, I did do a little bit in between episodes, not a whole lot. I kind of sprinkled in a couple of more workers in our wells. I added in another forge over in here, trying to keep on top of some of these lower quantities over in here. We're currently 0 water. We need more stone. We need more iron. And our household goods, our fuels are what the big problem is here, our coal. And that's why I want to work on the mines. So we did have the rumble happening, and just like before, I'm not seeing any of our buildings collapsed. We did get that repair technology in the last episode in case we did have a bunch of buildings collapse, but we're good to go. So excellent. So that happened. We do have a merchant ship on the way. We did put in the dock in the last episode right here to hopefully find some blueprints. If we do find blueprints, hopefully we have enough money to buy those blueprints. So a couple of things kind of iffy right now. With the other batch of immigrants that's about to arrive here, you can see they're about halfway here. Our trading post caravans have returned, and we got to level 2 with Meow, and we're almost at level 3. Remember, we're trying to get to level 3 for the dense farm, orchard, and forest farm. Super, super good. Best in the game, even. So I'd really like to get those figured out. But we need a couple more workers to get a full caravan going before we can do any of that. And with the kind of shortage of laborers I got going on right now, doing that caravan is going to be a little bit of a stretch, I feel like. While we're waiting for the immigrants to get here, let's go ahead and jump into our technology tree and see what we're talking about for our mines. Under mining, we have the Exploration Technology 1. And this guy is going to do a similar thing that our Exploitation Technology 1 did to our quarries. Mountain Quarry, Senior Quarry, and it's going to be able to upgrade our previously built quarries in this case, and then mines in this case. But the thing to mention here is we have no lamp oil. We don't have the means for lamp oil right now, but we can learn it. So we're going to go ahead and activate Exploration Technology 1, and then we're going to go ahead to construction and grab lighting. Now, luckily, lighting is going to take some beeswax or fats, and we have plenty of both. Look at that, almost 10,000 beeswax. We're going to do great. Okay, so lighting factory, we got it. So let's go ahead and we'll get this guy found and build a couple of them. And I figure we're working on our little industrially area over in here. I'm just going to go ahead and plop a couple more lighting factories down here. We'll do 2, and that's great. That's going to be on the way. And then let's go ahead and find one of our mines. So right now, I mentioned the fuel being really low, and we're looking for coal. That's the thing that we've been using to heat everything in the wintertime, and we're super, super low. So we got to get more of that coming in. And in order to do that, we have to upgrade. And like I mentioned, we need lamp oil, and it looks like we're going to need some more cut stone. So we're getting to the point in the game now where our cut stone is going to be used for a lot of different things. We have our masonry workshop right here. 2 people working on cut stone. We're building those cut stone roads. We're using up cut stone and regular stone like crazy. So it might be a little tricky to be able to provide enough cut stone to do all this while we're still building roads. What we could do is swap to dirt roads. We can always pave over the dirt roads later. But let's just take a quick look. Is there any abundance of roads? Yeah, over in here. So I'm going to leave it for now. But, oh, I missed the merchant ship? No, I didn't. Oh, we're going to slow down quick. I don't know how long they've been sitting here. Okay, so let's see what we got. Christmas hat, red packet. Ooh, cut stone. Cut stone, that's kind of convenient right there. So what we could do, what do you want for this? 17 apiece? I don't think that's terrible. Let's go ahead and, what is 300 going to cost? Quite a bit. 5,000? Oh, we could totally do that. Okay, yeah, we're going to do that. So let's go 5,100 and transaction. Great, couple cut stones there. We have a fair amount of silver coins right now. Now we're down to 15,000, but our trades have been pretty profitable. Pretty happy about that. Now we're at 14 or so laborers, and that batch of immigrants hasn't arrived yet. So I think what we're going to do, let's go ahead and set up this small trading post, and we are going to do some trading. I'm going to go for 8 caravan members on this one. And we have so much stuff to sell. I got to show you this. So I found I was looking at our tools because I was going to upgrade our farms for the iron tools, right? And I realized that we haven't been making iron tools in a while, so I started that back up. But look at this, hardwood tools, 6,745 hardwood tools, an insane amount of tooling. So we could totally sell some of these things, but we have been working for a long time on our trade goods, and that's the iron statue, the furniture, and the porcelain right here. And you can see the porcelain has dropped a little bit in price because we did do a bunch of selling of that. So I think what we're going to do is let's go for like 100 furniture, and then we're going to fill in the rest here with porcelain, I think. And that looks pretty good. That's 13,000 on the way. And what I want to purchase, now this isn't going to be the cheapest way to buy these guys. I want to buy some puppies because we learned in the previous episode that puppies are minus 15% on stress versus cats, which are just 5. So we got to get some puppies happening. Oh, stolen salted fish. Uh-oh. Recently, the workers at the curing workshop noticed that several pieces of meat drying in the sun will go missing every day. They suspected that some naughty kids had taken them, but could never catch the culprit in action. Should we further look into this case? Yes. Assign citizens to guard. The man on duty waited until midnight only to find the culprit was a group of kittens. Interesting. 7 cats. Not bad. Okay, so let's get these puppies that we're just talking about. So it looks like we can, how much one of these guys weigh? 70? Get 15 puppies up in here, and then we can start to upgrade our homes with the puppies and further reduce that stress. Let's get those people on the way out of here to get some more coins in those puppies so we can further reduce stress. Now, what I was worried about, running out of laborers, and we have ran out of laborers, but luckily those immigrants are super close. We should be able to get them relatively quickly here, and then we can have a stockpile of laborers again, maybe fill in some holes that happened when we didn't have any laborers. Okay, so our lighting factory, good to go. Let's go ahead and check out lamp oil. We got blubber, beeswax, and fat. We have plenty of beeswax and fat. We looked at that. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing started, get some lamp oil going, and then we can upgrade our mines. We really, really need to right now. I think most of our mines are empty, except for maybe one. A handful of them aren't empty. So that's okay. We do need to upgrade those mines to get the inventory back in those mines so we can continue to work on them. We did get one more tech point, and I'm kind of leaning toward pharmacy, just because we're getting kind of to the point where flu could be a thing, and I would like to not have it be a problem. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and grab the pharmacy technology, and that's going to allow us to build pharmacies, and we're going to go ahead and grab that. I'm kind of eyeing this tree next. Heating, senior housing, and entertainment. The entertainment minus 10% stress is really, really good. And right now we're at 52% city stress. Fertility rate is at 48%. Not great. So I want to try and keep that as good as we can get it. So I'm going to work toward that. I think this is what we'll do with the next 3 points. We do have a disaster on the timeline now. A fire. So random buildings will catch fire and will spread to surrounding ones. Now, one of you guys told me that this is a thing, and we have been prepping lots and lots of wells around town so that the citizens have a place close by that they can go grab water to help put out the fires. So hopefully we have enough sprinkled around town here. I think we have 16, so I feel like that's quite a few. But I've never really experienced a fire in the towns before, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can keep it under control. So our immigrants arrived, and 36. Holy cow. All right, well, that's pretty good. Since we have the option to have immigrants automatically be admitted to the town, I don't get a chance to see how many immigrants are in each batch, but it looks like that's a pretty significant amount, and I'm really happy with that amount. We should be okay with food. The clothing issue is still an issue. Something I did to try to address that a little bit. Over in here, I swapped this guy to rough clothes. While being the lesser clothing, it's better than nothing. So we're going to go ahead and do that there. And I'm kind of thinking we need to do that here as well. The down jackets are requiring linen and one other ingredient. And it looks like we're really struggling with that secondary ingredient. And that's the main issue. So let's go ahead and go back to rough clothing. Let's try and get this clothing situation figured out here. It looks like we have some silk. I'm not really sure where that came from. Probably some event somewhere down the line. But we could think about that too. But we got to get these secondary ingredients figured out. We're really, really low on everything. So that's something to work on for sure. Another option we could do, and I know we just talked about going down this entertainment tree, but what we could do is go for the corral here and increase the yield by 50% of other animals raised in the corral besides horses and donkeys. That's going to be a whole nother 4 points And I think I want to work on the stress before we get to that point. We can always put in more pastures. And you know, I think we have a couple open spaces over on this side of the world even for some pastures. Yeah, we do. Let's go ahead and activate these and get those guys working again. We need the alpaca wool. Let's go with the alpaca wool just because we don't have a whole lot of alpaca going around. We have these guys right here. We can easily transfer some of those guys out into these bigger pastures. And then we will hopefully have enough alpaca fur going on to keep on top of our clothing demands. Speaking of those wells too, we are going to need a couple more probably. We're really struggling with our water, our beverages right now. It's kind of going back and forth, as you can see, very spiky. So I want to put a couple more in there and try and get on top of that a little bit better. One of those caravans that we had a ton of paper in it. We burned through all of that. But it's been very, very noticeable when all of our research institutes have paper in them, how much quicker they are accumulating tech points. So very, very good. This one research institute, 21,000 points, and that was nearly, I'd say about a fifth of the level from that one institute. That's pretty good. Okay, so we got our tech point. We got the pharmacy. Still got to build one. I've been talking too much here. We got to get that going. Let's go for heating as our next option. So these guys are going to provide insulation to the buildings in the zone of effect. When the boiler room is enabled and working, houses around will stop consuming domestic fuels themselves while being kept insulated. So that's pretty good. Your houses are still going to get the fuels for heating, but the boiler rooms are the ones that are going to be consuming the fuel. So they'll have the stock in the house, but the boiler rooms will also have the stock, and that will be what is being utilized. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab a boiler room here, and we kind of got to pick an outskirts. Oh, we do have that nice flattening tool that would make a quick work of that little mountain right there. So let's go ahead and terraform that. Okay, great. There's our boiler room, and it's going to capture some of the buildings, not all of them. Fortunately, we could probably grab most of them with that. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, 15 laborers, so we're getting kind of low on laborers again. It looks like, yeah, this doesn't quite work out as nice as I'd like. We could go right there. Let's go ahead and do that. And then coming back over in here, likewise, pretty crowded over in here. We might have to flatten anything we can flatten. We could flatten this little area out. Oh, great. Yeah, that'll work excellent. So let's go ahead and we'll scoot this guy a little bit further down. It's only going to capture a few homes. That's really not that great. But it's kind of the best I can do right now. So we'll do that for now. Over here. And then on this side of the world, we need a couple more, and we'll go with that for now. So 2 more over there. That should be plenty of boiler rooms to get us started here. Looks like our pastures are good to go. So let's go ahead and transfer some of these guys out. So we're at pasture 17 and 18. Let's go ahead and transfer after we set these guys to the alpaca that we would like. Okay, transfer 2. We're going to go ahead. Let's do 4, 17 and 18, and then we'll do another 4 to 18. Okay, good. A little start for our alpacas over here. Okay, so that's good to go. Excellent. We do have a caravan that just arrived. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get those workers back to be good. And then we got to the reputation level we wanted. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and check on our factions here. Level 3, dense farms, orchard, and forest farms. Oh, before I forget, we need to have a pharmacy as well. There we go. So we got our pharmacy. We got to find a little spot for this. We have this nice new flat area over in here. Let's go ahead and put a pharmacy in there and get us started with that. Let's go with the dirt road because remember we mentioned that we're kind of utilizing that cut stone in other places for right now. So we'll just go like that. We have our one boiler room good to go right in here. Kind of mostly wasted. Not that great was positioning on that one, but kind of the best we could really do over in here for now without deleting some homes, which you could do. But for now, that's good to go. Waiting on some inventory in those guys. So speaking of that, let's go ahead and check out our lamp oil, 195. Okay, let's come over in here. Let's upgrade this. Can we do that? We still need some more cut stones, really. Okay, well, we got to wait for that. So we need 40 more cut stone. Good thing we didn't do a cut stone road for that. So we'll just hold up for a little bit longer to upgrade our mines. And while we are waiting, we can come up over in here and do some dense forest things. So unfortunately, we can't upgrade our regular old forest farms to dense forests. We have to delete them and then replace them. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. Let's get one of these guys out of here. It's going to take a second for them to clear that out. And these guys are going to be a set size, which I did forget about. I was thinking that we could just scribble them in right there with no problem. But what I think we'll do maybe is let's totally demo all of these. And then let's flatten out that little mountain back there. Get that guy out of there. And then once these are taken care of and cleaned up, oh, this is a grove, not a forest farm. So what we'll have to do is put in a dense orchard. No problem. We can absolutely do that here as well. So I think what we'll do, we'll kind of work in this area. We're going to do a couple of our dense farms, a couple dense orchards in here maybe. And let's flatten these guys out of here, and let's get some of these good things happening. So dense forest farm. Let's go for 2 for now, and then let's go ahead and grab our dense orchard, and we'll plop that guy down right there, and that should be a pretty good start. We'll see how we're doing with what if we have to put in some more dense forest farms. We absolutely can do that, and we totally will. And then we'll put coffee back in this dense orchard so we can sell that if we want to. So pretty good. We got all that on the way. And then we do have the farms, which we can upgrade as well into dense farms. These are 8x8s, and I think we have 10x10s over in here right now. So I'm just going to leave this situation as it is. Over in here, these are all 8x8s. So what we could do is take some time and slowly replace these with the dense farms. And I think that's going to be the way to do it. So let's go ahead. We got 4 farms right here. Let's go ahead and knock these out. We might be a little bit negative on food for a couple of years while we're getting these farms situated, but I think we'll be okay. And it looks like finally we have the cut stone where we can upgrade our mine. Let's go ahead and do that. Great. And then we have a merchant ship. Let's see anything good in here. Nope. Nothing really that I care about. So we'll just go ahead and let him go. 47 laborers. Okay, that expanded quickly. So we got that going on. Let's go ahead and get a couple of these farms going on in here. And there we go. And with that weird space, I think I'll just do a storage yard in there or something, and we'll get these guys built up. We should have bamboo. We should have brick. Ooh, and we're short glass. So we got to find our kilns. There's one right there. And we'll put another. Oh, there's a fire. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, that was easy. Fire broke out, and yeah. Okay. That was it. Was that the only spot? Well, that wasn't that big of a deal. So good thing we were prepared. Thank you for sharing that tip with me. We didn't have to struggle with anything. Good. So we are struggling with getting some of these glass things figured out. So we have to work on that. We can do that easily with putting in another kiln factory. Let's go ahead and we'll plop one of them up over in here in our little space. There we go, like so. Pharmacy is good to go. Looks like we need some herb for medicinal powder. Special medicine takes medicinal powder and glass, and then bandages just takes herbs and cotton cloth or linen to make bandages. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and well, we don't really have the proper things for this. We don't have herbs really. So what we could do, let's go ahead and we'll put it as medicinal herbs, knowing that we're not going to have a very good output with that. We need to be able to grow our own medicinal herbs, and we don't have the seeds for that, so we're going to have to do that. But before that, let's go ahead and set up another caravan. And since we got level 3 with Meow where we wanted to get super great, I think the next thing I want to work on is Carlos. Carlos has that Chichen Itzan that I really would like to get to, and that's level 4. So it's going to take a little bit of work to get there. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and visit Carlos. We'll put 10 workers on it. And I'm going to sell some goods. I'm going to set up some buys, and I'll bring it back in just a second. All right, we should be able to do this with Carlos. So we had some dumplings from the event, so we're going to sell. And then some porcelain as well. So 27,000 gold. And then for some herb seeds, 12,000. Let's go ahead and form that, and we'll get trading with Carlos. And that's going to be a really good thing to get going here. As time went on, some citizens wanted to emigrate back to other cities. And some immigrants want to go back to their former homeland. They left the town but may come back to visit in the future. Oh my goodness, we lost so many laborers. Okay, never mind. We're not going to set up that other caravan just yet. We need to wait for some more workers. Wow, that sucks. It's not great. Okay, so we looks like we're at cap with our linen. Let's bump that up slightly. And then, of course, our one dense forest farm is good to go. We got to get this thing started up. Tree seeds. Great. Kiln factory. We know we need some glass, so go ahead and do that. Okay, and then we have 10 laborers left. That's pretty good. We have an earthquake and immigrants on the timeline, as well as another merchant ship. So the earthquake hasn't been that much of a thing to worry about, so I'm not too worried about it. And then the immigrants will be nice since we just lost a bunch. So our mine is now upgraded to senior mine. We got 5 people in there. Let's get that coal coming back. And our clothing is still an issue. We also need a little bit more iron ore. I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple more workers in there. Okay, so we got the 4 workers in the forest farm. We should be getting some more wood really quickly here. Be excellent. We got our alpaca growing up over in here. That's coming together. Hopefully we'll have enough fur for that. We can continue to get our clothes going on. And yeah. Oh, so we did get our cats. Let's go ahead and go to one of our luxury homes here, and we're going to upgrade with some puppies. Excuse me, I said cats. We do have cats too, but let's go ahead and put some puppies in here. So we're at 56% city stress right now, and let's see what these puppies can do for us. So we have 15. Let's go ahead and put a bunch in here. All right, so we have placed all of our puppies now, and that's going to be in all of these homes right here. You can see that we got the little upgrade in the corner. And we dropped 1% stress level. That's really not that bad, I don't think, for only the few houses that we upgraded. Now, I normally like to put things like the puppies in a big community space. For example, so when we go to technologies here, when we have villas or luxury apartments. Luxury apartments are really good. They're a big concentration of people, and the 1 dog upgrade is going to benefit more people versus just sprinkling them into homes like we just did. But I really want to lower that city stress, and I think this is going to be the best way to do it, unless we demo all of our houses once we get to villas, which is going to be really expensive to do. Villas in their place. Building kits, luxury furniture, silver cutlery, luxury bedding. Very difficult items to come by when we're just trying to build with villas. It would be cool to do, for sure. Another really great thing is a senior house. Lots of people, 36 people can live in this thing. And again, you get the 1 dog, and it takes care of 36 people. It's really excellent. Wow, we got a lot done, I think, in this episode. I'm happy about our progress. These dense things are going to be a really great upgrade to our situation. We got some more mine upgrades happening. I'm really happy with what we did. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night.